internet. Kim and Chris back with another episode of Rambling Tea Time.
Hey
Hope your
everyone,
Thanksgiving was thankful.
was thankful.
Yes. No one cares about Thanksgiving after
They
the
really
day is
don't.
over. So we're going to immediately talk about Christmas because everyone
Everyone's
knows
already
it.
talking about Christmas.
Exactly. Even during Thanksgiving, the Christmas advertisements are going on.
Nobody has Thanksgiving advertisements anymore. Thanksgiving is just
They kind of do.
pre-Christmas.
They kind of do. And
Might
honestly,
as well.
it's obviously one of those commercial holidays. Like everything else has become,
Yes.
it's all Black Friday and Cyber Monday. No one like cares about what the season really means.
I mean,
They're all like, what deal can I get? Oh my God, I need to stock up on this shampoo and, all kind of stuff like that. No one cares about the meaning.
do you care about the
The
meaning?
meaning.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, you don't.
Well, we can't really say that we celebrate Thanksgiving though. Because
Yeah.
we kind of like don't.
Yeah.
So
Isn't something that was always like a holiday. We have like our own harvest type thing that
Exactly.
kind of was similar to
no,
Thanksgiving.
it wasn't similar.
But it was like not.
It was
But it
not.
falls around the same time per year. Because
It's
it falls more
totally
in
different.
October, November than like in like how Thanksgiving's
Okay.
all
It
November.
wasn't similar at all.
I understand. I know. Plus, yeah.
Therefore, we will focus on Christmas. Yay! Merry Christmas! Woo!
Yes, it's that season, that time of the year. You can hear how Kimberly sounds very excited for it.
I'm not usually excited for Christmas, so that's not.
I like the vibe of the season.
The vibe of
yes,
the
the
season.
vibe. I like the vibe.
What's the vibe of the season?
It is very good time around. I have good memories growing up, and Christmas being a just really good time for family and stuff like that.
Is
It's
that
great.
so?
And it still is the same thing for me. I enjoy the food. I enjoy making the food. I enjoy getting presents. I enjoy giving presents. I like the entire feeling of Christmas. It's a good time of the year. And
but what about the meaning?
It means a lot of things to a lot of people. But to me, it's just family, food, and fun. So, yeah, the 3 Fs. So, yeah, going around with that same type of vibe, we watch some movies, Hallmark movies. And around this time, as one does around this time of the year, because they always have something. Either I remember a long time ago they had their Thanksgiving stuff and then their Christmas stuff, but it doesn't really matter anymore. They just have their whole Christmas stuff. And what we decided to just watch one movie for the last 2 weeks, and they come out on Saturday. And you can watch them on Hallmark or whatever. And what was the first one called? I remember the second one because I liked it.
The first one was called The Royal Nanny. It's
yes.
a new one in their countdown to Christmas thingy.
Yes. The Royal Nanny. This one
lackluster.
Cliche.
Story was surprisingly new.
Yeah, it was
for
bad.
Hallmark. Fresh is the word I'll go with. Something fresh.
How
However,
it
descended into clichéness.
Yes. Towards mostly the end. Yeah, it kind of just...
the first thing I want to say is, do we need to talk about what it's about?
Lady working for MI6, 7, or whatever.
Whichever number.
Yeah. So they discover that somebody tries to bomb, I think the princess's family, the prince and princess's family.
There's threats against the royal family.
Yes.
Or a branch of them.
Yes. So they send the MI7 operative lady to be a nanny to be with the royal family.
Right. She goes undercover.
There isn't really much nannying. to really be held. They kind of set up the kids to be like pranksters or whatever, but that rarely is really ever real pranks or anything. It's bad. It's really. I was expecting like this is going to be like her
Home Alone levels, but it was like,
are they trying to wrangle these kids or whatever? They're wild or what?
Exactly.
When she proves to the kids that she can't be pranked and their uncle or whatever, it kind of just
sad.
Yeah, I can understand what they were doing. They decided not to focus on that, and there's all about the whole. It's more like they're protecting these family, and we gotta look out because they keep giving us scenes where they're like the other cops or whatever, and trying to figure out who's doing what or whatever, but. It's so boring. I honestly enjoyed watching the advertisements while we were watching this more than this movie.
I counted at one point 16 advertisements in one, what do you call it? Advertisement break. Yeah. And it was just like, wow. Yes. They're really getting their money's worth. They really are. They are.
I remember the advertisements better than I remember the Royal Nanny.
Same.
There
was an Etsy ad. Do you remember the Etsy ads?
Yeah.
They always have Etsy ads around this time because, they're like handmade
crafts.
Yeah. Make it mean something kind of thing.
I guess.
It means something more if it's made or something.
I mean, everything is made.
But even then, it's not made by you.
Exactly. You bought it from somebody.
Exactly. You just basically put in the custom order. Anyhow, we cannot talk about
enough about Etsy.
Yeah.
The Royal Nanny then
stuff happened, and it seemed like the uncle was they were trying to say that the uncle is in on whatever these threats are against the family, and he was kidnapped and blah blah blah, and she saved him in the end, and they were like forming some kind of weird relationship. But even how that started was odd to me. I did not feel anything. And there was no chemistry, first of all, but there was no attached. I do not feel any I don't know, when did it start that they whatever when she first came to the house, he looked at her with googly eyes for some reason. So I guess it was then. But I don't know when did she start looking at him with ugly eyes? When it was having something to do with when it turns out that he's like the head of the
charity for the family and
right. Oh my goodness, this is what I said. Then I said that I can't believe Hallmark did that. They made her an orphan. And he was the head of some charity, and those were. Lord,
it was so bad. And then I like that scene where she's just there and he's showing her around the charity and they're preparing stuff, and then some rich guy suddenly shows up and he's gonna be like,
no.
Try to convince
he did not
the rich.
Suddenly show up though.
Yeah.
The uncle said that they have been trying to get his money
him to donate
for a long time. And it was so raw. I want to say how she was there and the rich guy was there and she opens up about her story, and I'm like, okay, if that is what it took for the guy to open his loosen his purse strings, then they could have just brought in anyone.
They could have brought in anyone. Why did he look
at the people, the kids who actually are receiving these, gifts donations and gifts? Why can't he look at them and feel sorry? Instead, he has to hear her whole backstory or something. I'm like, dude, you know that you crass and crude and you don't give a damn.
And that's this only scene.
It's supposed to be selling point that she was, she did better.
This movie
because of donation.
It hit all the points. It was just very simple. Like, person who doesn't have family introduced has to take care of a family, doesn't know anything about taking care of family, gains a family towards the end, and all is well, and she and the prince ended together. Happy New Year or whatever the fuck. It was very played out scripting. It wasn't
I have a
very
question.
Good in my opinion.
This is the thing that bugged me the most.
What?
There am I whatever age.
Am I 7? Question mark.
They don't have guns.
Well,
are they trying to say that because it's Hallmark, they did not do that? They don't show guns in Hallmark?
Because then, yeah, you remember when she used the freaking umbrella because Nanny's best. Can they just rolled your eyes so hard?
If they were going to do that, they shouldn't have even done this at all.
They could have.
If they have like broadcasting restrictions
or something like that,
you know, like code, like they can't show that kind of stuff on their movies. They shouldn't have had a story like this.
Oh, the guns. It was based in the UK. But yeah, cops do have guns in the UK. So it's kind of strange.
They're agents.
Exactly. Why didn't the MI7 agents, protecting the royal family, have, weapons of actual usage to actually hurt people? It's silly. And then in the end, it turns out that the reason why nothing actually super bad happened was because the head of the MI7 agent, her boss, was trying to kidnap, to blackmail, to get money. No, they were trying to kidnap the prince so that the MI7 will look like an agency that's actually doing something, a branch that's actually doing something, so it doesn't get closed down.
I don't know what.
That was.
It was all quite bad and sad, it was very, like I said earlier.
I just remember that. Good. It was not very good. Let's talk about the movie we actually enjoyed.
Right? I think everyone probably liked this. We were actually following along because we watched live, y'all. Yes, I can't believe we watched something live on TV. But we watched Hallmark live and we were following along. So this was, what is it called? The
Three Wise Men and the Baby.
Wise Men and the Baby.
Yes.
It was good.
It was great.
It was great. I can't believe it was by Hallmark. First of all.
It was good. It is the first movie I've watched for this season time around the year where it really made me feel this was a good holiday movie. This is a good, simple, fun, and just it gets its message across. The characters are understandable. They're likable. They have their own issues and whatnot. And it was just about coming together and brothers just, it was just good. It was just good. And you could clearly see that everybody on set has good chemistry with one another. It was just so enjoyable. I really like this movie. So how we started is we'll just say like baby gets left at one of the brothers.
Right. So a baby gets left at one of the brothers' fire.
At the firehouse. Yes, because he's a fireman.
Yeah, he's a fireman. And the note is addressed to him. Mm-hmm. So when he takes the baby home, they're all like, is it yours? Right. So he lives with his two other brothers and their mom.
Yes.
One of the brothers, Stefan. So Luke is the fireman. Stefan is a pet psychologist, therapist, and he has like social anxiety. Doesn't do well in crowds or around lots of people. And then there is the other brother. What was his name?
Taylor. Yes.
He is a designer, a game designer.
I don't know if he's a designer or like if he's just like a UI or let's just say game designer. Let's call it. I thought he was like an art guy or something. He
works at a game company and. I thought he designed games. Yes. He said something about doing something.
Let's just assume, yes, game designer.
Oh my lord. All right. Yeah. And so the brother Taylor is fired.
Yes. For just being a prick at work, but it seems like he's been fired before a few other times. Right. So
his personality is not very nice. There's no give.
There's no give.
Yeah. He's very own way, kind of
doesn't
obtuse.
Love the holidays either, it seems, but we figure out why they don't.
Right, so they don't love the holidays. Well, Christmas specifically, because their father abandoned their family on Christmas when they were young, and that's why they were so like separated. In around this time, they don't really get along. Yes. Really well. I guess they did not really get along
for a while now.
For many years now. And the mom wanted them to, try to gain back some kind of happiness in the family.
For Christmas and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the little baby ends up doing that.
Right.
So Luke is tasked with taking care of the baby because it says that they're struggling and they just need to have the baby and they'll come by Christmas because they just need some help. So he takes the baby home. Everybody meets the baby. The mom is like, look, let's give her a chance because she knows that what it is like to be like a single mother and having to take care of baby. So we'll take care of the baby until Christmas, and then we'll get the authorities involved if the person doesn't show up. And from there, the hijinks begin, I will say. So who has to take care of the baby first?
Taylor has to take care of the baby first
because he was fired. He's home alone and whatnot. He's taking care of the baby, and he quickly realizes that
it's not easy.
It's not easy. Children are a headache. He tries to leave the home. He gets robbed by a kid. Not robbed, but he doesn't have a car or anything like that. He pays $50 to a kid on the side of the street to use what is called a wagon to put the baby in. He goes to the store. He doesn't have his wallet. He exchanges his wallet for the thing. He's looking for baby formula. He doesn't know which one to choose. The baby poops. Lovely scene. Baby pooping's all that thing. And by the time he gets home and his brother comes back, he's pretty much just dead. He poops, he eats, he does all the time, every 3 seconds. He's just like dead right there. And who was it? Stefan's like, it can't be that bad.
Right. And then he tries as well. And, it also doesn't go that well for him. In any case.
Babies are hard work.
Yeah. I like the scene when Luke returns and Taylor is holding the baby, but he's moving up and down.
He's up and down, yeah. Because that's real. That's so real, yeah.
Not only that one, remember we talked about another one later on where the baby is in the stroller. And
yeah.
Luke
he's pushing it. He's just pushing it and talking it.
Exactly.
The moment you let go of that, the baby's going to start crying
Exactly. Oh, babies.
Babies are both
so high maintenance.
They are.
Goodness gracious. The worst is that you don't know what they want. You have to try everything at each time.
Because when the mom was leaving, since their aunt fell, because I remember saying that the mom has to disappear now for this that show that this stuff could happen. She leaves and she's like saying, if he cries, he probably wants food. He's probably hungry. He probably just wants to play. It's many different things, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You need to figure it out.
Yeah.
I like the scene when Luke comes back home, I think on the first day, and they're like freaking out and like, you don't know what it is taking care of a child. And Luke's like, it's easy. I'll take care of the baby and whatnot. Yeah. And then the morning comes and they're like, oh, what's going on here? You're baked? And he's like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, they're like shocked that he baked with a baby.
Baby, like, you didn't have any issues? Did you?
Like, he changed the baby, fed the baby, everything
fed.
Is all good. It's like, whoa, that's not right.
Yeah. And they're all shocked. And further down the road, he goes with the baby out because he's helping with in the community as a fireman to take care and like get like what was again like presents and stuff for kids and things like that and whatnot. And he puts down the baby in the chair, and it has a little sheet covering it and whatnot.
Right, the blanket.
And another lady behind him also has their baby down in the same type of blanket and whatnot. And he says something about 2 kids in the background who are playing around with a plastic snowman, and he's like, those people need to take better care of their kids.
Yeah. Then he accidentally bring home the wrong baby.
Yeah. It's like, those people need to take better care of their kids, huh?
Yeah. And after that there was the scene because they decided we're missing out a whole
cutting a lot of stuff, but watch this movie, people.
They have a neighbor who does
Mark,
he lights up his house every year, and he wins like the local I don't know house lit up whatever that they have.
Yes, Spirit of Christmas or whatever.
They decided that they were going to do it for their mom.
Yes,
this time. So they tried to do that. And while they're like preparing and getting different things ready, one time their song comes on because they're like going through the playlist. Their song comes on. It's like Swan Lake, Nutcracker, whatever, and they just start dancing. It was fun. It was fun. Funny.
I think that was why I enjoyed this movie a lot. The whole like integral message is about coming together with your family, and it's just three brothers trying to take care of this. It was just fun.
Yeah,
you can see them having fun, the actors having fun, and that coming off in the actual like experience. It's just great. I just enjoyed it. I just smiling for most of this movie and enjoying all the different quips when they're arguing with one another.
I can't believe that Luke said "Jif." He said "Jif" like peanut butter Jif.
We checked on Twitter, and everyone who was like replying, "Did you just say Jif?"
Yeah, you are totally an adult. I'm not trying to say that you old, but you're an adult. Yeah.
He's saying "Jif."
It's like, Lord, you need to check that. Anyway, I like the humor of the character Taylor. That was funny.
Taylor's great. But I do like how over the course of the holiday season, they all realize that they have their own issues. They say their things. They fought. They reconciled with one another. They got something set out into the air. It was wholesome. It was just purely good, wholesome fun. And yeah, I like this movie. I want to see those actors in something else. I liked all of this. I think whatever other holiday Hallmark movies there are, I'm gonna go try and watch them.
I remember in one of the breaks it said that the actor who played Stefan, he actually co-wrote.
Oh, right. Yes, he did.
The movie. That was good.
And he said the reason why they wrote the movie is so that they could do a movie with a baby. That was the whole reason.
Right. Sure.
But I don't think I'm going to spoil everything else from this movie, but I just have to say this was enjoyable. I wasn't expecting
unlike a lot of Hallmark movies.
Yes, it wasn't the stereotypical holiday Hallmark movie. I sent you an image because I was sent the image.
Yeah. I was like, what? Yeah, I remember the image.
The image is this image.
Okay, if you're a video watcher, it'll be on screen right now.
But it is like 12 different holiday movies, all from Hallmark, and they all have the main romantic pair of the movie, because it's a holiday movie, so it has to be romantic. The male character is wearing a green shirt, dark green, and his counterpart, the female character, is wearing a red blouse, dress, whatever. And that is how all of them were placed on the covers, just like that. It was every single one.
Every single male was wearing the green, and every single female was wearing the red.
So when people talk about how Hallmark movies are pretty stereotypical and cut and dry, that's what they mean. They follow a real... That's a representative.
Not even just from the cover.
But just the titles of the names and stuff too.
Everything about it is stereotypical.
Yes.
Two characters meet and they don't like each other.
Or they knew one another, they don't know one another.
Or they broke up or something. Whatever it is, they're not having a happy time right now.
Yes, around this holiday.
And then things happen that draw them together.
Yes.
Because they have to be drawn together somehow. Events
and
take
then
place.
Romance subplot happens.
Right.
And then something happens that stops them from having the romance.
Right.
And then they get brought back together.
That's the issue in the movie.
Next 15 minutes.
Exactly. Then they solve it.
And then they're together.
And then they kiss at the end.
Yes. That's every movie. But it's especially every single holiday Hallmark movie ever. So it was nice to see a different take on that. Yes, I will say that the three wise men and the baby did have like the extra romance subplot with the other character, with the actual three brothers. But it didn't focus on that. That was a side to the actual main plot of the brothers and the family coming back together type of thing. So I appreciated that it wasn't like all like just focusing on romance and stuff like that. Because that, to be quite honest, I don't care about that when I'm watching like a holiday movie. It is fine. Love is important to the holidays and this time of the year. Yes. But sometimes just seeing everything be about romance. Oh, this person get together. Oh, Christmas, love.
Walmart does have some nice, like, just family
holiday
of
course,
movies.
There's a ton of stuff like that.
But their romantic ones are really
just
a drag.
Too much. Just too much.
It's just copy and paste. They just change the characters' names.
Yep.
Maybe change up their personalities a bit.
Change
up the set and location. Mm-hmm. But it's the same story. It's the same plot.
It is. Sometimes they do have unique ones and stuff, and then sometimes they just have really boring and dry stuff, like The Royal Nanny.
Oh my. I really thought that would be different.
They could have if they leaned harder into the whole special angle, but that's a completely different movie all the time, the whole agents and stuff like that, and that was pretty bare bonesy type of way. But
no, this was pretty bare bonesy.
Yes, it was.
To be honest, she's the royal nanny, but it was just...
There wasn't really much nanny.
I have to ask, are there no TVs in their royal house palace place?
Those kids were like, what?
They don't have phones either? I cannot believe it.
Don't you have phones, kids?
I'm just saying... You know what I'm saying.
I know exactly
modern children.
Because I remember you asking me, what is this set? Yes.
They're like playing with like that thing that was on her head. Maybe the younger brother, I could believe, but the older sister as well enjoying.
I think
that
we're supposed to believe
odd.
They're like 10 and below, I believe. So stuff will keep them entertained no matter what? Question mark. Still though, there was no TV. They can't have that. They need to have interaction, whatever. But it didn't lean hard enough into it, in my opinion. If the kids are pranksters and they like playing games and stuff, they needed to go even further in with that angle. And they could have then bridged that. She becomes a better nanny. She becomes closer to the family, and in turn becomes closer to the uncle and stuff like that. What we saw was a speed up of those events, and it didn't really feel very rewarding towards the end.
It wasn't. And then at the end, I really didn't like when she received a call. There was
the king or some shit like that.
The king had, or whoever he was. I don't really
the king
remember.
Question mark.
Right, he talked to the wife, and then he talked to the lady, and then she like started to cry or something.
Because she was invited to the palace or some shit like that.
Dinner? I don't know.
That was so silly.
Should she be crying over receiving some kind of award?
Yo.
Like you just received the Purple Heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to honor you at this dinner, but she was just like crying over words. Like, I'm so glad that you saved my family. And she's like, I mean, we did not hear what he said, but you get what I'm saying.
It was lame. It was just lame.
It was weird and odd. Why would you just cry over someone saying nothing, really?
It was kind of bland. It was dry. It was like a badly cooked turkey. It was just dry as hell. And that's why we want you guys to go and watch
Three Wise Men and a Baby.
It's a good holiday movie. It's pretty basic in terms, but also very nice and fun. And the characters and actors truly did enjoy what they did doing. And it was cool.
It was. You know? If you're tired of all of the Hallmark movies that you've seen, this would be a good breakaway.
A good, nice little breakaway.
Surprisingly, it's by Hallmark as well. But it was not bad.
Yeah, I think that's all we have to say. Super hard about these.
Yeah. Merry Christmas or something?
Merry Christmas. It's
not like...
Happy holidays.
Sure, right. Happy holidays and stuff.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye, everyone.